Invented in 19th century America, the radiator brought warmth to people's lives. It made central heating possible. Before that, several fireplaces and stoves were needed to warm a home, but with a radiator in every room, one boiler could heat an entire house. While the traditional cast iron radiator is still a source of warmth, it now competes with modern steel versions. These steel radiators are lighter and heat a room faster. They also come in a range of styles and can make a colorful design statement. Production begins with a series of powerful punch presses. They punch holes in steel plates, and they shape the parts by pressing the metal onto dies. These punched and pressed parts are called half pieces. They'll be used to make radiator headers, the connector part that interlinks the tubular heating elements. The half pieces exit the punch press station and slide into the clutch of a robotic device. It brings two half pieces together in perfect alignment and delivers them to an automated welder, which joins them at the seam. The process is usually shielded by a protective cover, but it's been lifted to allow our camera to video it. Next, a press pairs down the bulging seam. This is called deburring. With perfect timing, a robot then moves in and transfers the assembly to a grinding station. Here, it rotates between two sanding belts to smooth the seam to a flawless finish. A circular saw spins towards the part and slices it in the center to create two radiator headers. These radiator headers are now complete. A gripper with rounded claws transfers 6 steel tubes to a welder. The welder fuses the tubes to the headers, and while the welding is being done, another feeder robot ensures a steady supply of headers. There's one header for 2 tubes, so 3 radiator modules are coming together simultaneously. Sharp, pincer-like knives shear down the protruding welds so they're flush to the rest of the parts. The welded modules then chafe against 2 grinding belts. The process smooths the seams substantially. But this grinding misses the space between the steel tubes. So a smaller sander tucks into that location, making the weld smooth all the way around. Now, a test. They immerse a 4-element module in water and pump air into it. No bubbles in the water mean no leaks, and production continues. They now build the radiator section by section. They layer the modules and weld them together at the headers. This sectional approach allows them to assemble radiators of virtually any size. Each radiator is custom ordered to fit into a specific space and to meet a specific heating need. Of course, the larger the radiator, the more heat it delivers. Here's an inside look at a steel radiator header. With the radiator now complete, they repeat the test done earlier and confirm that it's completely leak-proof. They now run an electrical charge through the radiator as they immerse it in a primer. The charge causes the primer to cling to the metal. Once baked on, it will protect it from corrosion. This household radiator is ready for a coat of paint. The customer selects the color beforehand to suit the home's interior design and his personal taste. They bake on the finish, and once it cools, they wrap up the job. These radiators are now homeward bound. Fueled by a furnace, hot water will move through them in a continuous loop, and they'll exude warmth. That's why the radiator continues to be a nice thing to come home to.